Most people spend their lives worrying about taxes, assuming that government levies are the main threat to their financial security. But in reality, there are three silent, invisible fees that are far more destructive to wealth over time. And the first of these is investment fees, which include mutual fund expense ratios, advisory charges, trading commissions, and other hidden costs that are embedded in virtually every investment product. And while a 1% or 2% fee might appear insignificant at first glance, over decades, thanks to the power of compounding, these fees can literally strip away hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars from an investor's portfolio, meaning that even diligent savers who think they are steadily growing their wealth may find that the majority of their returns have been quietly eaten by invisible percentages. And the danger is compounded by the fact that most people rarely read the fine print, blindly trusting financial advisors, brokers, or fund managers to act in their best interest, unaware that some of the products they are invested in are structured specifically to generate higher fees for the institutions rather than maximize returns for the investor. And this creates a hidden tax on wealth that is far more insidious than any government levy because it goes unnoticed. It accumulates quietly, and it grows year after year without the investor ever feeling its impact in the short term. But over time, the difference between a high fee investment strategy and a low-cost, fee-conscious strategy can amount to millions of dollars, not because one person earns more, but because one person allows fees to silently erode their gains while the other takes conscious steps to minimize them, which is why awareness is a first step, followed by action, such as selecting low-cost index funds, ETFs, or brokerage accounts with transparent fee structures, rebalancing portfolios intelligently to avoid unnecessary transaction costs, and regularly reviewing statements to identify any hidden charges that might be draining wealth without being obvious. And the second silent wealth destroyer is hidden bank fees, which manifest in ways most people barely notice, such as monthly maintenance fees, overdraft charges, excessive ATM withdrawals, credit card annual fees, inactivity fees, wire transfer charges, and other seemingly small costs that banks rely on to generate massive revenue quietly from the everyday consumer. And while a $5 maintenance fee or a $35 overdraft might seem trivial individually, when accumulated over a decade or more, they quietly drain thousands of dollars from accounts that people mistakenly assume are safe and secure. And the most dangerous aspect of these hidden fees is their invisibility, because they are automatically deducted, rarely questioned, and often accepted as unavoidable, which is exactly what banks count on. And this is why simple awareness can save a surprising amount of money by switching to fee-free accounts, monitoring statements, setting alerts for overdrafts, and avoiding unnecessary transactions. A person can reclaim thousands of dollars per year without altering their lifestyle. And finally, the third and perhaps most destructive silent fee is inflation, the invisible force that erodes purchasing power over time, reducing the value of every dollar you hold. And unlike investment fees or bank charges, inflation cannot be avoided by reading fine print or switching accounts. It is an economic reality, a subtle yet relentless force that gradually diminishes the real value of money if it is not invested strategically, meaning that $1,000 saved a day may buy only a fraction of what it could in 20 or 30 years, which makes it critical to invest in assets that outpace inflation, such as stocks, real estate, commodities, or bonds designed to track inflation. And when combined, the three silent fees, investment costs, hidden banking charges, and inflation, interact in ways that are devastating to wealth. Because money lost to fees has less potential to grow, money eroded by inflation buys less over time, and together, they quietly rob decades of diligent saving and hard-earned wealth. And the solution, while simple in concept, requires discipline, vigilance, and consistent action. Regularly audit your investments for fees, avoid unnecessary banking charges, and create a diversified investment strategy that grows faster than inflation, all while staying informed about new financial products, changing fee structures, and economic trends that might impact the value of money. And while this may sound overwhelming, even small steps compounded over time yield massive results, because awareness allows you to make intentional decisions rather than allowing hidden costs to dictate the trajectory of your financial future. And countless case studies demonstrate this principle. Investors who actively minimize fees and invest to outpace inflation achieve significantly higher wealth accumulation over decades than those who do not. Even if both groups earn similar incomes and save the same amount annually, illustrating that wealth is not just about what you earn, but what you keep and grow. And by focusing on these three silent wealth destroyers, you gain control, protect your financial legacy, and ensure that your hard-earned money actually works for you instead of quietly disappearing into hidden costs. And the moral is clear. Most people obsess over taxes, which are visible, predictable, and unavoidable, but it is these silent, hidden fees that are far more damaging over the long term. And by proactively addressing them, you can unlock real financial freedom, safeguard your purchasing power, and create generational wealth. Because knowledge plus action is the ultimate shield against these invisible financial predators that threaten to erode your prosperity without warning. And the key takeaway is this: you do not need to earn more. You need to keep more. Spend wisely, invest strategically, and monitor your finances meticulously to ensure that your wealth grows unhindered by these silent destroyers. And once you commit to this mindset, the compounding effect of smart financial decisions transforms modest savings into substantial wealth, allowing you to retire comfortably, achieve financial independence, and leave a meaningful legacy, proving that understanding and addressing these three silent fees is not optional. It is essential for anyone serious about protecting and growing their wealth over a lifetime.